What up? It's your boy T-Bear here in Reaction. Today, I'm about to do some more WrestleMania related videos. As you know, this weekend is WrestleMania weekend as well too, with NXT Stand and Deliver, then WrestleMania Night 1 on Saturday and Night 2 on Sunday as well too. I'm starting to get a little worried again, but I'm praying that Cody Rhodes win. But I'm getting worried. A lot of folks are really making a pitch that Roman should win because they think it's best for business. But a lot of folks online, even on YouTube, are saying that pull on Cody to get the title will kill the momentum and everything as well too. So I'm just up in the air right now. As long as KO and Sammy wins the tag title, I'm cool with it. I'll be happy if Cody wins, but if it goes well, it's gonna be what it is at this point. Because it's like I don't want it to happen, but who knows? But yeah, I guess you gotta please the Hill fans some kind of way. The edgelord Hill fans, the ones that give off folks misery though. At least some of the ones that don't give them misery just want to see Roman hit the 1,002. They think it's best for business, and they feel like Cody don't deserve it yet. But who knows? Anyway, back to WrestleMania. This is we're gonna check out the changes that happened at WrestleMania. Was it last minute changes of players due to injuries, or changes within the story as well too. So anyway, first we'll check out your last decision, second decision as a WWE WrestleMania that changed history. So this one's from Wrestlelamia. Well, let's get it.
A WrestleMania is WWE's premier event, and you would logically think that.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure I got one little single. Here we go. Let's get it.
A WrestleMania is WWE's premier event, and you would logically think that every specific detail of the show is planned out in advance and there's no room for major changes. However, WWE is prone to making last-minute changes to their signature show, and this can range from match outcomes to...
And I gotta feel they might make a last-minute changes with this as well too. So that's another reason why I'm a little worried about this as well too.
What match is set to main event the pay-per-view? Join us as Wrestlelamia looks at 10 huge last-minute changes at a WrestleMania event. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Number 10, Stone Cold Steve Austin wins at WrestleMania 18.
Oh, okay.
Stone Cold Steve Austin would collide with Scott Hall at WrestleMania 18, and WWE fans firmly expected Austin to get the win and move back into the main event scene. However, they planned for Hall to get the win. Vince McMahon was of the belief that WWE needed to re-establish Hall, and there was no better way to do this by having him defeat Austin on the grandest day of them all. It was reported at the time that Austin wasn't pleased with the match with Hall, and he especially wasn't pleased with the idea of losing. When Hall arrived to WrestleMania 18 with a hangover, Austin had enough, and he spoke with McMahon, who agreed that the match finish should be changed and Austin should come out with the W. Number 9.
First off, RIP to Scott Hall, but oh man, that's all I say is oh man. His demons called him. I think and sadly that cost him his little spot. I think. Hold on. Sorry, I'm going through a little on the weather, but it cost him a little spot why he wasn't part of NWO going forward. With reason why X-Pac came a new member later on down the line. But anyway, let's keep going.
9. Sheamus wins gold at WrestleMania 37. One of the most underrated matches of 2021 was the WrestleMania 37 match between Sheamus and Matt Riddle. The match would be for the US title,
and the match
was pure physicality. The original plan for the match was for Riddle to retain his US title, but a last-minute creative change resulted in Sheamus coming out with the win. According to a notable source, Fightful Select, the idea was for Riddle to win and for the storyline between the two to carry on. However, in a last-minute rewrite, Vince McMahon eventually decided to have a title change, and Sheamus would once again become a US champion. Number 8, Brock Lesnar goes on first, WrestleMania 35.
Okay, let's hear this.
Fans were curious as to where Brock Lesnar's match with Seth Rollins would take place on the WrestleMania 35 match card. The match was set to be for the Universal title, and WWE had already confirmed the main event featuring Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair, so fans theorized that the match would be in the semi-main event position. However, in shocking fashion, the match took place first. According to Rollins on an appearance on the Broken Skull Sessions podcast, the match was originally supposed to take place before the main event, but Lesnar wasn't happy. Lesnar believed that placing his match in that spot wasn't a smart move and that it would hurt both his match with Rollins.
He has a point. He has a point because what I told you about the opening match thing, your openers got to be just as good as your ending match. So he kind of made the right decision on that. He had a point. He kind of did right on that one as well too. Like I said, playing GMO on WT 2K33 will make that confirmed though. He had it right there.
As well as the main event match featuring the 3 women. Initially, when the card
and two, it would have killed the buzz for that mashup. It would have killed the buzz for the women's main event as well too. So he did right on that one.
came out, we were supposed to go right before them. Brock was like, no, we need to do something
exactly.
different. It's
it
going to
hurt
hurt
her
both
match.
matches
It will.
if they're back to back.
So he did right.
It's going to be taking the wind out of the sails of both finishes. We need to switch this up. Let's do something we've never done. Let's go on first. It took some convincing to push Vince in that direction, but within an hour of the show, we didn't make the switch until an hour of going out.
Wow.
But this was 100% the correct move on the part of
They
Lesnar,
did.
as the fans
It
loved
was.
seeing Rollins capture the title in the WrestleMania opener, and an exhausted crowd 5 hours in likely wouldn't have had the same energy.
Right.
Number 7, calling an audible at WrestleMania 36.
Uh-oh.
Well, WrestleMania 36 took place in front of 0 fans during the COVID-19.
Oh yeah, I felt bad for anybody that was looking forward to having their first WrestleMania match, such as Rhea Ripley and all that as well too. At the time, Rhea was the face, but still, regardless though, kayfabe alignment and everything else. I feel bad for those who couldn't get their first WrestleMania around that time though. That's kind of sad.
19 pandemic. This was a bizarre WrestleMania, and it was really hard to rewatch. One match that received criticism was Edge's last man standing encounter with Randy Orton. The match went on for what seemed like a lifetime, and fans speculated that the two legends were making spots up on the fly. Well, according to Edge, due to last-minute changes, he and Orton had to call an audible and improvise virtually the entire 37-minute matchup. Edge would discuss this in depth during an episode on the After the Bell podcast, and the Hall of Famer revealed, "The time that we filmed, it didn't coordinate with the ideas we had. So we found out that on the day hours before, so we had to change everything, and that's truly what you saw was our 40-minute audible, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud that we, without uttering 2 words to each other, were able to do that. I will always be able to look back and again thrive on challenges, and I love challenges. Talk about a massive challenge. So can we do this? Can we pull that off?" They certainly did. Number 6, the winner of the inaugural Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 30. At WrestleMania 30, WWE launched the annual tradition that is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The match mainly exists to get as many people as possible onto the WrestleMania match card, which is certainly appreciated.
Unfortunately, ain't doing it
WWE originally planned for the Big Show to be the inaugural winner of the match, but this was changed last minute in favor of Cesaro. Luckily for the Big Show, he would be awarded with the Battle Royal victory the following year, making him the second winner of the annual matchup. Number 5, Brock Lesnar retains WrestleMania 34. The main event collision between Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 34 was heavily panned by fans.
No, I'm gonna look because this contributed to this little hostage situation with the title. And this is the time I didn't like Brock, but I was rolling with Roman at the time because he was a face. But I didn't like Brock. 1, he was a heel, and 2, he was holding the belt hostage, not being on the shows every day. Sadly, ironically, that's what this guy is now, who's a heel and a tribal queen or tribal clown, is doing the same goddamn thing. And if God forbid he wins, he's gonna do the same shit ever. Especially he's supposed to be taking a break. Anyway.
Universal title match was met with negative chants as fans simply didn't want to see the two wrestlers perform in the main event slot of the show.
Oh, yeah.
The original plan for the match was to see Reigns walk out as the new Universal Champion. However, Vince McMahon became reluctant to crown Reigns after he wasn't convinced the crowd wanted him as champion.
Oh, yeah.
McMahon therefore decided
So
that
pretty much
Lesnar
the
should
crowd
retain. This was a dreadful decision that fans rejected. Even Lesnar knew what was completely the wrong decision, as he would infamously throw his Universal title at McMahon.
I was wondering about that too. Yeah, that's why he threw the title on one. But yeah, damn crowd hating on Roman so much, they influenced that. So that's why Vince hate the little whole I don't listen to fan shit no more. That's why he stopped listening to fan because of that bullshit right there. Because these damn Edgelord entertainment, the damn Cesaro fans not liking Roman as a face caused that shit. Whatever, yo, that's messed up right there. Out of time though. That's why I almost was giving that man a little pass when he turned, but no, he had to be whatever, and then I had to deal with other bullshit. Y'all know the story. Anyway, let's keep going. Shall I make that more wrestling stories right there?
Backstage following the match. Number 4, the new main event, WrestleMania 19. When The Rock vs. Austin was announced for WrestleMania 19, it seemed like a certainty that it would main event the show. These two icons of WWE were bigger than any world title, and it was without question the biggest match on the show. However, due to Austin being in hospital the night before the show due to a serious health scare, WWE weren't convinced that Austin and Rock could meet the high expectation that fans had, so they ultimately decided to have Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle take the main event position. Number 3, Hulk Hogan strikes at WrestleMania 9. Hulk Hogan made a career out of politicking his way to the top, and WrestleMania 9 was no exception. When Hogan discovered that
that at the time he was a babyface, but K-Fan line inside, that was messed up for both Bret Hart and Yokozuna. That was fucked up for both of them. I mean, especially for both guys. That was fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
The original plan was for Bret Hart to drop the title to Yokozuna. Hogan went directly to Vince McMahon to influence the creative. Hogan convinced McMahon that he should come down after the match and challenge Yoko to an impromptu match. Hogan went one step further by outright stating that he should win the title to send the fans home happy. According to Hart, the locker room...
Okay, I get it. I get what you did. She thought it has him being a face and see the face win instead of the bag at the time. Because at the time, the whole face and heel thing was a really prominent in wrestling. I mean, where the fans would love to see the good guy win and hate to see the bad guy win. This probably was starting why folks were starting to get a little anti whatever, like the earlier alternate universe World 2, and a lot of folks were starting to dislike Hogan slightly because of this. But I see why he tried to do it, because at the time, when wrestling at the time, it was all about the good guys winning. Was leave fans happy, bad guys winning, leave the fans upset. But yeah,
was stunned and disappointed by Hogan's actions, and Hogan winning the title was a WrestleMania ending that never should have happened. Number 2, Seth Rollins cashes in at WrestleMania 31. Whereas WrestleMania 9 went off the...
So the heist was alright. So heist was last minute changes. Alright, let's hear the story. I kind of should have had a fill in, but let's see the story. Let's hear the story.
Yeah, with fans being disappointed, WWE managed to book one of the most exciting and compelling WrestleMania endings of all time at WrestleMania 31.
Yeah, I think what it was. I think this was in. I think this was also in like 10. The worst feud with great ending, something like that. With that, I think it was in there. So yeah, let's see.
WrestleMania 31. Whereas WrestleMania 9 went off the air with fans being disappointed, WWE managed to book one of the most exciting and compelling WrestleMania endings of all time at WrestleMania 31. WWE booked Seth Rollins to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase during the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar main event to become the world champion. This was a thrilling moment that closed out one of the best WrestleMania events of the modern era. But this wasn't always planned, as originally Vince McMahon was set on crowning Roman Reigns as a new face of the company. Numerous sources conflict as to when McMahon decided to go with Rollins, as some say it was the weekend of the show, and some go so far as saying it was a few hours before the show had gone on the air. What is confirmed by former WWE writers as well as Rollins is that Rollins himself found out that he would be cashing in whilst WrestleMania 31 was live on the air. And number 1, the streak ends. WrestleMania 30.
So that was a last minute damn decision to end the damn streak. Really, this has really got me worried about that match tonight. That on the day night 2, the main event between Cody Rhodes and the Tribal Crown. I'm worried now. I feel like the Edgelord fans going to influence them to have them keep the title on Roman. I got a feeling. Oh boy, whatever. Let's go.
30. Now, upon the announcement that Brock Lesnar would take on The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30, it seemed like Taker was going to once again successfully defend his streak. However, when Lesnar pinned the dead man's shoulders to the mat at WrestleMania itself, fans were left speechless.
I should have known it was audible, because the way the crowd was shocked, that was like, what the fuck? The way that whole thing was shocking. That was a big what the fuck right there.
This wasn't the initial plan, as it was believed by everyone that Taker would get the win, but it was Vince McMahon who decided that now was the time to end the streak.
Fucking Vince.
According to Dave Meltzer, McMahon decided on the day of the show to allow Lesnar to end the streak. Fans still debate whether or not this was the correct move, but WWE's strong presentation of Lesnar since WrestleMania 30 has signaled that it was perhaps the right move from a business perspective. But there you have it, folks. 10 huge last-minute changes to a WrestleMania event.
I still don't know about that. 10 of the most surprise return. Yeah, because they have not done anything with her since then. So, yeah. But, yeah, that sucked. And then the High Sensory thing was a last-minute thing, too. I guess because they didn't want Roman to be the face again. Oh my god, this is why I'm a little. This is seeing this got me a little worried again about the main event for WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes and the Tribal Queef, man. I got a feeling they're gonna let that Tribal Queef hold the title to do that 1,000 day just cause it's best for business and all that. Whatever. All right. Either way, this was a cool video to watch. But if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.